nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. Ooh, I'm a mess.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On play action, now Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. James Washington was the intended target. And it's third down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check. You mind?
Throwing now is Carr. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Steelers 49-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. The 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards from the 10, 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The quick slant caught. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. To throw, it's Carr. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All day, every day, any day. My 50, my 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. This to Jarwin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Blake Jarwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
It's a gain.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The pass intended for Marquez Valdez.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
It's fourth down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Johnson on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll get that one complete to Connor. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Is good. Makes the score Steelers 14, Browns nothing. Sterling Hoffrichter set to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's third down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen down as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
James Conner, the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw his Carr. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
That's good.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
What now? Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Carr. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
Check. Lucky.
On 1st down, Connor nowhere to go that time.
James Conner.
He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Wilson on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 54. Rip right.
On play action, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Mike 22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Right Monday down. Check 31.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Now it's Lockett. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A run for Nick Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
42-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Carr to throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, Ronan. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
On the return, Johnson.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
For James Conner, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A final shot here before half for Carr. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a man open down the middle of the field. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. From the 22, Carr. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's able to get up here to the 26. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. They'll try and run for him with Connor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. They run it again with Chubb. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, here's Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down, Cleveland.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Browns.
Final minute now of the third quarter. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
The tackle made by
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
at the 15-yard line.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
On the carry.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Could have gone with a ground game there, opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's complete right around the 8.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete here.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That's a gain.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. The Steelers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. 3 bud, 3 bud.
Throwing now is Carr. And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him. Throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Browns 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Let's go, D, let's go. Let's get there. Hey, watch that. Check line 54. Line 54. Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr looking deep downfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, we're good. Right there, 54, right there. Who's right, T? Big stop, T. Big stop, let's go. Check 26.
Here's Carr. Got an open man. It's Washington. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go, baby.
From the gun, Carr. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Sterling
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
That's taken on the 25. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
TJ Watt.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Back at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 14. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout,
Brings up
as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. On third down, it's Connor. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's a party now. It's a party now. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check 13. Check 13. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They'll run for it with Connor. A first down for Connor and then some. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Set to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
It's for the taking. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. Do I run for the sake? Boy, tennis make them live. I don't run to the bed into the yard, then buckets. Get a footstep.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
For Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete as time has